Fellas, let's talk Vegas Vipers. This is the youngest Jim bringing you a little Madden video. In this video, I will just give a general team breakdown, what I'm doing, a couple trades that I made, and go over my MFL League One team that I have just now taken over. I drafted in League Two as the Tampa Bay Islanders. I was 2-0 in League Two, doing solid. Really like the team that I drafted. A lot of young talent. Team was looking good. Got the call up, take over the Vegas Vipers, and they were 0-3 when I got the call up. As you can see here, just lost the game to the Mighty Geese, and I will kind of go over a little bit of that as I hit this team breakdown. I have made some massive moves on this team, and they are calling me a non-ball knower on Instagram. The IG football kids are calling me a non-ball knower, so I have some things to say about that. You can see my team overalls, 81 overall, currently 81 offense, 83 defense. When I took this team over, they were somewhere maybe 85 team overall, I think 89 on offense, 85 on defense, somewhere in there. So you can see my team overall has dramatically lowered based on the moves that I made. This team had some superstars on it that I have since traded and dispersed into a wider range of talent and younger talent. I am playing for the future, fellas. I am hopeful that I will not, be bottom four and get demoted. I have some confidence that I have the ability to stay in the league all year, and so I am GMing this team as such. I still have Quentin Williams, who I'm actually looking to trade away. He awesome player. I'm just putting my focus not in the defensive interior currently. I could just keep him and let him hold it down for me. Could be fine. I have a couple injuries right now. Two of my best players are hurt. Eric McCoy is week to week still. He's been out for all three of my games. Jamel Dean, he's week to week currently. He's been out for all of my games. So that has kind of hurt us. And I will just say in general. So I had Jordan Love. I had CeeDee Lamb. I had Jordan Mailata. Cooper Kupp, who was fine. He's not, he's, I think, still a superstar in the game. But I had some very solid players on this team. And my first, and I had those players for my two games that I won. I had it, like I said, this Vipers team was very solid. It was just not the team that I wanted it to have for 7 years. All these moves that I just made that I'm about to go over are for me planning to be in this, in this league for 7 seasons. And so this game I just played against the Mighty Geese. This will be the worst that my team is going to be probably for the next 7. Like this game is probably the worst team I'm going to have for the next 7 seasons. Almost guaranteed, because I'm going to develop these guys. I have a lot of young talent. It's going to be, I'm not going to, my team won't be this worse ever again. So, blockbuster move. I traded for JJ McCarthy. I gave up a first round pick. So he was on the Dire Wolves. Me and Dire Wolves swapped edges. I give him a younger edge. They were about, I think my edge was a little younger, he was much younger and a little bit higher overall. So I took a sacrifice at edge. I gave him a first round pick. He gave me a second round pick. I gave Jordan Love. He gave me JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy is the future of the franchise, brother. He is 22 years old. For any of you who know my gameplay, I'm going to take this quarterback, and he will probably be the best quarterback in the league, top 5 minimum. I will take him and make him in the higher 90s overall. It will just take me just a couple seasons. Star Dev, 22 years old. You guys know I air it out. I run 5 wide. He's going to be dishing and dicing. This is slightly illegal that you guys let me acquire this quarterback. Once I get him to X Factor and I get all my abilities on him, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be an absolute highlight reel every single week. Existing running backs that I took over, I'm fine with them. I'm not Um, I would be looking to move running back, but I'm kind of leaving it alone right now. Wide receiver core, like I said, I had CeeDee Lamb. Absolutely love CeeDee Lamb. He helped me win a couple games. Speaking of the games that I won, my very first game was versus 3-0 Chicago Grizzlies. I won an absolute nail biter banger of a game versus him. He's a very good user. I was very locked. That was an excellent way for me to start League One. Game two, I got paired up against the 4-0 Honolulu Hammerheads. I locked in, won that game. Another good game. Another good user. When Commish dropped his first power rankings, the Grizzlies were at 5, the Hammerheads were at 6. So you can see I showed up in the league and started out with a bang. Now lost to the Mighty Geese. Like I said, this is the worst squad I'm going to have for the rest of the year. So this is the lowest point that I'm going to be at. I should have won this game. I didn't play well enough. Threw a pick, clicking the wrong button. Everybody hates when that shit happens. But regardless, I didn't play well enough to win the game. I had Cooper Kupp on this team. I had CeeDee Lamb, and I made some trades, made some pickups, went with some youth. I traded away another massive trade. I gave away Jordan Mailata and Cooper Kupp and received Luther Burden. I received a first-round pick, and I received a tackle that's much worse than Jordan Mailata. So obviously another play for the future. Luther Burden, 21 years old, hidden dev trait, brother. What are we talking about? 21 hidden dev trait rookie. He will be on my team for forever, or well, at least until I build him up into the 90s, and then I can trade him for an absolute bag. I think some people who haven't done a franchise for an entire year aren't realizing the value that players like this have. Guys like, JJ, I can't understate me getting JJ McCarthy, how insane that is. I'm going to have him for the rest of the year. Whereas, if I would have kept Jordan Love, I'm going to be dealing with regression in about 3 or 4 seasons. So I'm not going to have to deal with regression for the entire year on my quarterback. Or my star wide receiver, Ricky Pearsall. Keandre Lambert-Smith is going to be a stud, I believe, 23 years old, 93 speed. Picked up Dominic Lovett. I'm going to look at maybe developing him. We'll kind of see how that goes. I really need another receiver. Ricky Pearsall is really, really solid on the game. So you can see very low overall wide receivers right now. That shit's not going to last. Another massive trade that I made was the CeeDee Lamb trade. In that trade, I gave away CeeDee Lamb. I got Isaiah Likely, 25 years old, star dev, going to be absolutely insane for me. And I also got Joey Porter Jr., 25 years old, star dev. And so the IG football kids told me that I got absolutely fleeced for giving that up. I got 2 players that I'm going to be able to use for pretty much the entire rest of this Madden. CeeDee Lamb, one of the best wide receivers in the game. I'm not, but he's going to start dealing with regression in a couple seasons. And like I said, this team had some really, really good players, but there was a lot of talent at the top, and I dispersed it to try to make the team, a little bit more even. Dallas Goedert, superstar on the game. He's fine. He's a solid player, but he's not my future. So I'm developing Isaiah Likely as the priority. My offensive line is a weak point on the team. You can see we are in the 70s, mix of age range, and I'm fine with that. My plan is to use the OL training coaching ability to try to get these guys built up a little bit. My plan is also to get the ball out quick when I need it. I have the ability to make pretty quick reads, so I purposely made my offensive line my weak point. So it'll be a point of emphasis, a point of rebuilding, but I think that I have the user to play around that for the time being. Left edge, we are decent with the age and the overall. Right edge will be a point of emphasis. I don't even think I'm starting Shaquille Barrett. I think I'm using it as a backup and developing Tyree Wilson, which is good, which is fine. Defensive tackle, we are solid. Quentin Williams and Jaron Reed. Like I said, I am looking to trade Quentin Williams. We'll see if that gets down. I'm just continuing to, I'm going to build up the team, the entire team. So we'll see if a trade makes sense for him because he's still, 27 years old. Linebackers, Carson Schlesinger. Could be interesting. 22 years old, hidden dev trait. So we'll see what that comes out. I am definitely working on developing him. Linebackers are another kind of midpoint of my team. Cornerbacks, we are pretty strong. My focus in Men 26 has been secondary. And we have some cats, brother. Jamel Dean has been hurt for all of my games. When he comes back, it's going to be extremely helpful. Just acquired Joey Porter Jr. Going to be phenomenal. So you can see I have some young corners who are, close to being very, very solid. Marcus Jones has been a baller for me so far. Jordan Lowe's 30 years old. Not going to be on the team that much longer. Jalen Jones, 23 years old, already 78 overall. Let's see his normal dev. So we got to develop him up a little bit, but he'll be my fourth corner. And then we got Josh Newton too, in case somebody gets hurt. But those four, Jamel Dean, Joey Porter, Marcus Jones, Jalen Jones, that's a pretty phenomenal set of cornerbacks. Run a lot of nickel, so I need several good corners. So I'm very happy with that currently. I am weak at the safety position right now. Marcus Williams, Tony Adams. So this will be a focus of trade or draft for me. This is a priority. My next priority is to get my safeties up. I'm of the opinion that you can kind of create pressure on this game, a little bit better than you could in the past with an average D line because of the stunts and twists. But obviously, if your focus was D line, then you're gonna out pressure what I'm doing. I just think I can eventually get some pressure with my average D line, and then use your switch stick on defense to try to create some plays. And on offense, we are young, and we are going to be fucking balling once I get these cats up. Like I said, I'm dealing with, I got 77 overall quarterback. My best receiver just got to 81 overall. Went into that game, I think it was like 80. And we definitely should have won that game if I just got to lock in a little bit. And I think that I have the user to, take these guys when they're young, low overall, build them up, and then I'm going to have them for a while. Like, I don't think I signed Luther, but Ricky, I think, and Keandre Lambert Smith, I just signed them to like 7-year deals at a really cheap price. Because they're not demanding very much money right now, being 76, 73 overall. So I got those guys locked in. I'm going to do the same thing with Luther Burden. I just have to, think I need to give him a new offer. So fellas, that is what we're looking at. Strat, overall, big picture. Like I said, I am fully managing this like I'm going to be in the league for the entire year. I got to lock in to ensure that that's going to happen. Hit the standings real quick. There are some nasty cats in this league. Northernmen, Phantoms. Both of these guys are absolutely blowing everybody out. So we'll have to see when they play some more games, where we're going to fall in the power rankings. Don't know much about the Rough Riders, the Tidal Wave, or the Bobcats. Arrowheads is Will, fantastic user. He's got a chance versus anybody. Colonials is a good user. Him and Arrowheads had a banger game. Hammerheads I did play, gave him his one loss. He's a good user. Grizzlies is on a little bit of a slump, but he's a top baller in the league as well. I think he's just probably not grinding man right now. Dire Wolves, that's our former Golden Eagles. So he could be up there in a heartbeat. So here's your Vipers way down here. Like I said, took over the team, started 0-3. So I just need to lock in, build these guys up, and we're going to have some fun, fellas. We're going to have some fun. I will keep highlights posted to kind of keep track of the season, document the season, and we should have a good time. So appreciate you guys. Let me know what you think of my trades, team strat breakdown, and we'll talk some ball soon. All right, fellas.